Welcome to a match of Starcraft 2, played by people that are way better than me. The map is 2,000 atmospheres, landing in the upper right. The Terran in red, it is Sol. And spawning in the bottom left, the opponent. The reason I'm looking at this game, it is Bly. What do I mean by that? Neither one of these players are so high up in the list of pro players that they're the first names you think of. You think of a top tier Terran, your names are probably going to be somewhere around Clem, Maru, Beyond, maybe Cure, TY, etc. Sol. Little lower on the list, still a very good player though. And Bly, I think, is more justifiably known. He's an entertaining player. And that's exactly how I'm going to word it. Bly tends to put on some very entertaining matches. Some great games to watch. Maybe not great games to learn from, but they're great games to watch. And that's what we're here for. We're here to have fun. We're here to watch and to, well, watch Overlords, of course. Isn't that why you came here? That's why I came here. So, gonna be sending that SCV across. Both players opening up surprisingly standard. Surprisingly standard. That's a bit much. Okay. They're both opening up standard. Normal. Sol with the barracks, the Reaper expand, Bly with the hatch, gas pool, safety Zerglings, Queen's coming out now. Nothing is out of the ordinary here. What is this decal? Carbot Zerg star decal. You can see it right there. I saw the Carbot star, and it made me think of Clem using the, I think he has the Terran Carbot star. Enough about that. Reaper micro time, the dance, the Terran versus Zerg introduction that we all know and love. Except maybe for Protoss players. I don't know how they feel about it. But it's TvZ, do we care? Maybe. Maybe a little bit. Bly going to be harassing the rocks just a little bit though. Not actually getting rid of the rocks, he's just showing them who is boss. Just putting them in their rocky place. Bly actually not putting down the creep tumor. I think that's what Sol was trying to get there. He was trying to see if there was a creep tumor down. Queen went for an inject first instead of that creep tumor. It's going to be put down now. Sol wants it. Not really. He doesn't actually want it. He's checking for the third base. Bly going to be sending a few Zerglings across the map. Not going for the natural though. Just gonna park. Just gonna sit out here. Ovi's gonna spot the Reaper. What is Bly up to? There's no third hatch yet, which there normally should be. You know what there is instead? A lair. I think this is starting to look more like a Bly game. This is why I'm here. This is what I came to see. Third hatch does actually go down though, so good to see. It's not going to be a complete all-in build. Unless he's faking, of course. You could fake a third base. That's a bit much though. Scouting Zergling going to be denied by the Hellions. Couple Zerglings do go into the mineral line though. They get one. Just one SCV. Not much. Not much else. Queens at the front for defense. Total queen count is only at 4. Not the comfortable 10 queen count that we see some of these high-level Zergs go up to. Third hatch is officially scouted by Sol. Overlords being placed very specifically. Oh, that's a good scan. Sol with the mind powers, the game sense. So Bly was going for a Roach Nidus play. here. And the overlords indicate that, you can see. Bly's still going to go for it. Go you, Bly. So Sol, with the scan, of course, knows it's coming now. And the Marines spread out around the main base. They see that OV. Hellions are going to spot the worm though. So it is going to be outside the base. Zerglings, roaches. Are there queens in here? There are not queens in there. Roaches and ravagers being made though. Double bunker at the front. Double trouble for the Zerg player, of course. 7 more roaches on the way. Bly is not droning up behind this. Queens came through the tunnel. The worm. Nidus worm. Laying the creep tumors. Hellions poking at the front. Siege tank is here though. Siege tank is going to really help shut this down. Ravager meets an untimely death. Ravaged at the hands of the Hellions. Stim done. Stim is done. Combat shields on the way for Sol, who looks to be in a very good position to hold this. He's got 2 bunkers. He's got the siege tank. Plenty of Marines. Medevac even going to elevator the Hellions down. Unfortunately, it is going to be scouted by Bly though. So, Sol. Sol does know about that. He lost a Hellion for 1 Zergling though. That is unfortunate. Bly just setting up a contain, but still not really droning much behind this. 10 more roaches on the way. Bly, are you going for the kill? He looks like he's going to try and kill Sol here in the first 10 minutes of the game. More creep tumors being spread. Gotta love spreading creep outside the Terran's natural. At the very least, you're going to deny some bases. Sol, playing this very cautiously, very carefully. I approve. I like it. You want to play it safe. You want to be careful. There's not much in the main, though. Bly pushing forward now. He's going to take out the first bunker. SCV's pulled on the side. That worm. Siege tank's in range. That's not going to finish. No. Okay. Sol's main is safe for now. Bly got some damage done at the front of the wall, though. He did get rid of one of the bunkers. A lot of SCVs just chilling. Just not doing anything right now. I know they're there to repair. 1 unfortunate, untimely death to corrosive bile. 11 more roaches on the way. Bly with the commit. So I stand corrected. This 3rd base, this was a fake. That was a fake 3rd base. It's just decorative. It's for the larva, yes. That's what it's really here for. Sol sending some Marines across the map. Unfortunately, there's just nothing here that's really worth killing. Marine, get a roach. They do get a roach. That's helpful. Anything you can do to try and distract Bly at this point, because you as the Terran, you're trying to get more tanks. You're trying to find any way to bust out of this contain. I'm really liking the play from Bly though. Setting up a Zerg contain here. Roaches and Ravagers outside the base. Another medevac sent out is going to be spotted by the Queen. Roach down. Get out of here, Roach. Sol brought raid with him. More roaches. Hey, Bly made a drone. Double Evo chamber and more drones on the way, so it looks like Bly is going to try and transition out of this. He wasn't trying to kill Sol, it looks like. He's just trying to contain. Some more roaches being used defensively here. Marines dropping out. All's quiet on the home front. Medevac picks up the Marines. They are going to get out of there though. +1/+1 is on the way for Bly. Sol's already completed, so Bly actually a bit behind in that, but he's making up for it now, and Sol, with no 2-2 on the way, is going to lose that advantage eventually. Total siege tank count is up to 6. That's a nice amount of siege tanks. Corrosive biles not making connections though. Sol able to micro out of those. Marines stepping forward. That's a lot of Marines. More roaches coming through the Nidus worm though. You gotta get rid of that worm. Just put a siege tank like right there. One siege tank there, maybe one there. You have to protect them from the biles too, though, and that's the tricky part. Pushing forward now, a lot of Marines, tanks trying to set up. Corrosive biles going to connect, tanks are gone, but the Marines pushing forward. The Roaches Ravagers are pushed back. Nidus Worm is cleaned up, but replacement Nidus Worm now on the other side. Bly not completely finished with this contain, it looks like, and the creep. Oh, that's annoying to deal with. Couple medevacs being sent out for Sol now, who is cleaning up these creep tumors. Can he get them all? He does get them all, so he is going to be able to take that third base. Infestors. That's a bold worm. Oh, with a scuffle at the front, Sol going to be distracted. He's not actually dealing with the worm in the back. Medevacs are spotted across the map. Oh, that worm completes. Bly. It actually did complete. Both players distracted though. Sol drop into the Zerg's main. Going to be cleaned up. Totally tank drop. More like tankovacs. Pushing forward now onto the creep, able to pressure this third base that was actually being used. Not for as long as you'd think it would be though. Going to be completely decimated. Siege tanks moving forward. There's just not enough army in place here for Bly. He's got the infestors there, he's got the roaches there. Fungal growth, few roach ravager on the other side of the map. Good fungal on some marines. Able to slow pin them down. Roach ravager pressuring their marines. Split off into bite-sized groups here. Roach is going to be able to clean them up wholeheartedly. Siege tanks. There's not enough ravagers. Needs more ravagers to deal with the tanks. Everything going to be cleaned up. Actually, Sol in a very good position here. Able to still pressure Bly's bases while taking his own third base here. He got rid of the hatch. The losses, the numbers don't lie, ladies and gents. Sol is ahead now. And he does see this worm. You got to get rid of that Overseer. Also, wow, that Overseer is far back. Another scuffle on this side. Bly transferred the drones. Not going to be able to keep the hatchery, though. The infestors. I like the theory behind it, but the execution, the application of it, I'm not so sure about. Marines definitely proving valuable in this engagement. 2-2 did finish for Sol. 3-3 not in sight just yet. Although Bly could be working on 2-2 as well. Can he? Where are the evos? The evos are in the main base. He totally could be. Okay. Guys, it's right there. It's right there. Now we get it. Alright, that's fine. Oh, quick cleanup of the worm. Definitely a good job. Marines posturing with roaches there. Roaches getting some damage done here. Not sure who wins that battle. Sol snipes another hatchery, but a good fungal on the Marines. Secondary fungal. Roaches win the battle here. Second worm going to be initiated. Started. Construction. Nidus worms. Bly, I'm definitely liking how he's playing this. It's just, it's not working as well as both he and I would probably hope. Oh, he does get a lot of SCVs here. The 13 SCVs go down. CC is lifted. Maybe some biles onto the CC. A lot of marine groups here. Tanks pre-set up. Nidus worm in the back of the base. Sol doesn't have anything in the main, it looks like. Tanks are going to start shelling the Roach Ravager. Infestors do get away into the Nidus worm, so they will get to live on. Nidus worm going to complete here, and Bly paying attention this time. Roaches and Ravagers pour forth from the gaping maw of the Nidus worm. Chaos erupts in Sol's main base. Corrosive bile, good connection onto a bunch of Marines there. Infestor, very low health, but high energy, going to tuck tail and run. Anyways, a lot of damage done. Very good. 39 SCVs killed total for Bly. Sol down to only 32 workers. And Viking is now going to clean up that Overseer. So Worm going up at the front base again. Double medevac drop on the right side. Soul is replacing the SCVs slowly, steadily. I'm not seeing any drones coming out of Bly though. He's not retaking these bases. It looks like he's just going all in, which I do not like. If I'm being honest here, Bly is down in upgrades and down in bases. That's a tough time to go all in, because Soul just has to survive. He has these medevacs out on the map, but he doesn't really need to be doing much with them. He's holding on, he's keeping the attacks at bay. Great Viking scout over the army there. Bly is taking that base as his fourth now Nidus Worm. Bruised, beaten, badly injured, but still alive. Creep tumor. Meat. Siege tank shot. 3-3 started for Soul, who's it's ahead of Bly's 2-2, so definitely going to be in a very strong position once that 3-3 finishes. Marine's going to be absolutely absurd in the damage output. Hatchery does go down. Great damage for Soul. I am definitely worried about Bly here. 2 hatches going down. He's trying to expand. The drones are transferring. The main completely mined out. The natural looking a bit light. Just 100 resources on each of those fields, it looks like. Sensor tower now. Things calming down. Maybe. Gotta hand it to Bly. This has been an entertaining game. The Nidus Worm play, the Roach Ravager pressure, the Infestors in the composition too. It's definitely enjoyable to watch. Oh, good fungal. There's no anti-air though. Oh, Bly. His army is complete Roach Ravager Infestor. The only anti-air he has is fungal growth and maybe corrosive bile. That's funny. I quite like that. The no care, the complete commit, not even queen. There's only one queen, and she's not even manning a hatchery. She's just out sunbathing. Tunnel and claws. Oh, a good attempt, but Soul has unlocked the Gold League power of missile turrets. And I can say that comfortably because I was gold once. There were way too many missile turrets. Dreadful. Awful. I'm haunted to this day. Couple extractors going to scout some marines there. Meanwhile, Soul having to set up most of the army here. Ooh, marines, this is a good catch. Great pickoff. Getting some drones. 10, 11, 12, and counting the drones. They don't even run, they just get shredded. Oh, my heart. My heart aches for the poor Zerg drones. And a quick pickup. Soul realizing, at least I think he realizes, that Bly doesn't have any anti-air here. So if he can pick up the units into a medevac, pretty much safe. Golden. That's a good scout. I like that. You don't see much because it's burrowed, but if anything does walk over it, like what's happening there with the medevacs, you will see it, and that's definitely valuable information here. 9, 10 siege tanks now for Soul. Very good anti-roach, anti-ravager composition. Adding in ghosts now too. Whether it's snipe or EMP, they're a good counter to the infestors. You can even snipe off ravagers too. Looks like it's going to be for EMP though, based on that upgrade, the enhanced shockwaves upgrade. Queen count still at 1. Not anymore. Queen count now at 0. 0 queens. That is not a good position. You just don't have enough larvae. What is the play here from Bly? He's got some money. He's got a spire just about finished. What's the hope? Is it mutas? Is it broods? maybe? Soul's not going to give him the time for that. This is a huge army, and it has to be dealt with. There's just Roach Ravager here against 3-3 Marines. Bly at 1-1 upgrades for these Roaches and Ravagers. I think we're looking at the end of this game here. Soul in a very strong position. He's got a nice healthy siege tank count. He's got 9 medevacs. Group of very strong Marines here just getting set up, just posturing. Few Roaches on the other side of the map might be able to get some damage done. But how much is it really going to help? Good blinding clouds onto the tanks and great fungal on the Marines. Bly. Oh, it's not enough. It's still not enough. He's getting some damage done over here. Ghost going to be able to snipe off the Roaches, clean up the defense. Soul with a great tank spread here. That looks gorgeous, like box art level. He's going to clean up this hatch though, and with it, I think it's the game. Bly just doesn't have enough army here. It's only 7 Roaches. GG. Is called. Soul gonna take that game. I do have to hand it to Bly. That was very entertaining, very enjoyable, but unfortunately for him, Soul able to defend, able to survive, and pull ahead. The upgrades make a huge difference. 3-3 Marines shred just about anything that you'll let. If you enjoyed the game, be sure to let me know in the comments below. Thank you very much for watching, and as always, I hope that you have a great day.